Hey everybody, so welcome back to my channel. This is my second video on my channel, and today's video is a really special video to me for numerous reasons, and that is going to be, like it says in the title, a Final Fantasy VII Remake review. Now, I got my Final Fantasy VII copy last Thursday. I got it the day before the 10th. For those of you who keep up with release dates, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, was supposed to come out on the 10th, but since this coronavirus is like throwing everything off and things are getting pushed back and canceled, I think it was like a decision between like Square Enix and like retailers to go ahead and release the game a day early, or at least that's what the case was at GameStop, because I called GameStop that Thursday actually because I was still in the process of paying off my copy, and I got the deluxe copy, which I'll show you guys. I'm gonna go through the whole entire thing, but I called them because I was gonna ask them like a general question, and so yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about. And by the way, disclaimer, this will possibly have spoilers in it. I won't get into too much detail because we have a lot to cover in this video, but I am going to potentially spoil some things. So if you've never played Final Fantasy VII, or if you have not played this game, then don't watch, because there are spoilers within this video, possibly, I think. So yeah, if you guys want to see this review though, keep on watching. And we're gonna start with the actual packaging of the box that the game and the steelbook and all the other fun stuff that I'm gonna show you guys what it came in. So this is the box, and if this is flipped, I'm sorry. I don't know why my camera does that. I'm recording on a Samsung smartphone, so sorry if it's flipped and you guys can't read it, but it says Final Fantasy VII Remake Deluxe Edition. So yeah, I got the deluxe edition. And by the way, I know earlier when I said that this game and everything about it was real special for me, even me getting a deluxe version of a game is special because I've never pre-ordered a game before. And since I started taking like my gaming seriously, especially collecting Final Fantasy games and playing them and everything, I knew that I had to get this game. And like, I guarantee you I could have just got like the regular game and been happy, but I don't know, I wanted to get the deluxe because why not, you know, like it's a moment in history because it is Final Fantasy VII, one of like the best-selling RPG games of all times. So I wanted to get the deluxe version, and I'm really glad that I got it. Okay, so first things first, we'll look at the packaging of the game itself. So this is the game. This is the, if you were just to buy the game, this is what it would look like. It comes with 2 discs, and I think this first disc, it says this is the data disc. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Again, like I'm looking at all of my games. They're sitting right there on a shelf. I've never had a game where it comes with like a prerequisite type of disc. I don't know how to describe it, but I thought that was pretty interesting. And I mean, I guess it has this data disc for like the future installments, I would say. I don't really understand that, but yeah, it comes with a data disc, and then it comes with the actual game itself back here. And then it also comes with like the codes to get like Cacutor and stuff like that. Please do not use my code, but if you do, that's okay. Because I haven't used it yet. And yeah, and it just comes with like all of these books and stuff like that. I'm still flashing my Cacutor download. So moving on, yeah, it comes with all this cool stuff. And I really do want to get one of these figures, but I know that they're like really expensive, so I'm going to have to wait until they go on sale probably. But this is the game, which is Steelbook. Now, I really do like the Steelbook. I probably won't use the Steelbook because I don't need to. I take care of all my games, and like I don't need to see the steelbook on display, if that makes sense. But I still like it. But I'm just saying, and it is optional, but I probably won't use it. I'm just gonna always look at it. But it has Sephiroth on the front, and let me just say, like, Sephiroth is in this game, but I don't see the appeal of Sephiroth. Like, there are other characters, like you guys know how everybody's like Sephiroth is like husbando and like all this type of stuff. Like, I don't see the appeal of Sephiroth. He's just the most unappealing, I don't know, villain. The next thing on our list is the deluxe edition art book, and I think it's like 64 pages in this art book is what I believe I read online somewhere. But this is what it looks like, and it looks like really thin, honestly, but this is a pretty sturdy, this is hardcover, hardback, whatever you want to call it, hardcover, hardback. But it's a really sturdy book. It's a really nice book too, and you can tell it's a really good book because really flimsy books flop open. But this book, like, okay, look, and maybe because it's new and I haven't looked in it that much, but like, you guys see how it just kind of bounces back? To me, that's a sign that this is like a really good book. This is a real book, you know, but I like it. I mean, it's okay. I didn't really need to see the art of the characters. I don't know what else they could have added in this particular item's place, because all it does is show you the characters that are in the story, the characters that you see, the villains who you have to fight, places, cars, and trucks and stuff like that. Everything that's pertaining to this first installment is in the it's in this book. It's like, who is this? So it shows you Barrett's weapons, and then it showed you like Cloud's weapons. And just so you all know, my favorite weapon that I have right now that I'd use for Cloud is this one. I forgot what's the name of it, but that's the sword that I use. I like it. I mean, I like the Buster Sword. I know that the Buster Sword is like iconic, but I switched the weapons out. So yeah, and it just shows you like different weapons, and it shows you Guardian Forces. So the next item that came with the deluxe version is a CD, believe it or not. I like the CD, I like the packaging of it, but I don't know when I'm gonna listen to this CD, because who listens to CDs anymore? And also I will get into well, let me just go ahead and knock it out the way right now. I will review the music, and I think all of these songs are probably in the actual game, but let me just say, first and foremost, none of the music in this game is memorable for me. And like, I don't know how you guys may feel about that, but music that's memorable, okay, I'll tell you guys, Final Fantasy VIII, the whole soundtrack is memorable. And maybe because, again, that's coming from a nostalgic place, but the whole soundtrack is memorable. Like, from the intro to the outro to everything in between, just amazing. Final Fantasy 15, I do not care for all of the songs in the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack, because a lot, it's very just depressing. I tried to sugarcoat it, but it's just very depressing, a lot of the music in Final Fantasy 15. And I think that's because the story is kind of depressing in a way. And it's just so like chaotic. Like, every time I try to listen to the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack, it's like it makes my heart race even more. Like, you know, you got those songs, like if you go to the gym or if you're trying to like get in the zone and they like pump you up and stuff. The Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack pumps me up in like a negative way. Like, it just like, I feels like I'm being rushed, and it's so chaotic and all over the place. I can only listen to like a couple of songs off that soundtrack and feel okay, surprisingly. But the songs from this, they're just not memorable. And maybe because I haven't taken the time to like listen. Like, I've collected the music, because that's a feature in this game where you collect music as you go. But I have not, I haven't even showed you guys the disc yet. What am I doing? I don't think that a lot of the songs in this game are memorable. But, so this is what the packaging looks like. And it's a beautiful disc. It has Cloud on the front of it. It looks really, like, official. You know, I really like it. Front and then the back with the track listings. But no, the soundtrack for this game just isn't there for me. Maybe. So last but not least, we're going to talk about the freebie that you get if you pre-ordered the game from GameStop. The freebie that we got is a Shinra tag. Shinra ID tag. And it comes in a really nice tin can. I really like the tin can, you guys. I like this whole Altoids feel that it's got going on for it. Just a silver metal can. And you guys can totally see my reflection. That's the front of it. And then this is the back of it. And it's not going to focus. I don't know why I'm trying to focus, but it's not going to focus. But this is what it looks like. It looks like, I guess this is what a Shinra ID tag looks like. It would have been cool if they would have showed you a close-up of a tag like this in the game. My review of the game, we're going to start off with let's start off with the scenery, okay? How the game looks, okay? How it, in a sense, like, there are certain parts in Final Fantasy 15 that they get right and that they do better than they do in Final Fantasy 7. So say for instance, like the background scenery, either what's in the back of a character or what's in front of a character. But okay, so imagine, you know, the character's in front of you right here and what's like all the way in like the back of the character. Those types of scenes are kind of, it's a difference. It's a difference when you look at it. And it kind of throws you off a little bit because the character is so detailed, and you look at the back and you're like, oh, that's not really detailed. But I mean, it's still a beautiful game overall, and it's still very visually stunning. So overall, I would say visually, I would say it's like an 8.5 out of 10. They're probably going to do updates on this game. And, you know, like little expansions here and there until they come out with the second one, because I just can't see them releasing just this. 18 chapters. And I'll get into like the nitty gritty of it. But yeah, I can't see them just releasing this and calling it a day. So piggybacking off of my last point when I said that I can't see them just releasing the story, and by the way, the story is 18 chapters, and that sounds like a lot of chapters, but the reason why it doesn't seem like a lot of chapters is because of the I don't think you call it mechanics, but I think the padding, let's call it that, the padding of the game. Okay, so obviously there's a story here, obviously, and to get to the story, you obviously have to do like quests, and you obviously have to fight villains and bad guys and, you know, machines and, you know, like monsters and all this kind of stuff. There are, it's kind of like, okay, imagine down here, say this first bar is a little bit of the story, and then right here above that is a bunch of stages and levels that you have to get to before you progress the story to a point. And then there's like, okay, another cutscene and more story and more character development, and then oh wait, there's another section full of layers and stages and monster that you have to fight. And after a while it gets kind of repetitive, and you just kind of want it to be over so you can progress the story and so you can see story development. And that's the part, that's kind of like my biggest hang up with the game, is that you'll have a story, then you'll have like a bunch of stages. And when I say stages, I mean like little itty bitty tasks that you have to do, like you have to like, you know, cross that bridge, but you know the bridge is like, you know, stuck a paste to a wall or something like that, and like you have to open up this lever to like get the stupid bridge down. Oh, but the lever that you need to get the bridge down is all the way over there. So, you know, you have to go up and down ladders, and you have to go up and down stairs. You have to fight all these monsters just to get to this one level. And then you can go back, and then you can move a little bit forward into the game and into that stage before you probably have to fight some semi boss or whatever. And then, you know, once you're done with him, oh, you know, there's another cutscene. It's just stuff like that I noticed with this game, and that's what bothers me the most with it. I really truly love the game. I like the fight. So in figuring out, you know, which characters I need to use in a fight, it also gave me a greater appreciation for the characters as characters and not just as fighters, in my opinion. So say for instance, you know, like I said, I thought that I was going to be able to just main Cloud because Cloud is the MC. I thought that I was going to just, you know, play him and just breeze through this game. No, I have to rely on Barret. I have to rely on Tifa. I have to even rely on Aerith, which is something that I thought that I didn't want to do. But come to find out, Aerith is one of my favorite characters to have in my party. Dialogue too, because she's so adorable and sweet when she's fighting, because especially like when you switch to her, she's like, okay, my turn. She's just, I don't know, I just think she's cute. And I really do like her as like the mage of the group, because obviously you spam a lot of magic in the Final Fantasy games. So yeah, I really do like her as the mage. I like her attacks. I don't really like her limit break. I like her limit break when I'm playing with somebody who does a lot of like damage and who's like my fighter. So say for instance, during the part where her and Cloud got to Wall Market and they had to fight in like the little tournament competition thing, I really liked playing with her because Cloud is the attacker, she's on the defense and she's healing him, and when she's, you know, when she needs it, he heals her, but she's the one dishing out like the magic damage and keeping everybody's HP up and stuff like that. And yeah, so I really like Aerith now. At first I didn't think that I was gonna like. So for the other characters like Biggs and Wedge and Jesse and just like Sephiroth and all the rest of them, I really don't have any particular order or fondness of them in a sense. I think I've already mentioned this to you guys, but I really don't care about Sephiroth. I just don't care, and he's just not that interesting to me. I think the most interesting characters is actually Barrett. Like, overall, you guys, I did not think I was gonna like Barrett. Like, I'm just gonna say, I thought he was gonna be like a stereotype in a sense, but he turned out to be one of my favorite characters in the game, even over Cloud. Like, I like Cloud. I like Cloud obviously because he's the main character, like you're supposed to like him, but I really do like him. Barrett, number one. Number two is Aerith. I just like everything about her, honestly and truly. Now I really like Aerith. And then Tifa. I think Tifa has a really good heart. Like, no pun intended, by the way, you guys, but I truly think that Tifa is very level-headed, and I like her character. It's really hard for me to control her when I'm fighting with her, but I really like her character. And then Cloud's he's right there in the middle. I think because he's so aloof and everything, but his aloofness, Cloud's characterization is no different to me than Noctis, is no different to me than Ace from Type O. I absolutely love Final Fantasy Type O. And he's no different to me than Squall from Final Fantasy 8. They're all of the Final Fantasy main characters, if they're boys, is either really stupid, like Titus, whatever his name is from Final Fantasy 10, and what's his name from Final Fantasy 12? It's not Vaughn, is it? I don't know. But like, it's either really stupid or just like downright annoying, or it's either they're really aloof, based on all the Final Fantasy games that I've played. So yeah. And then, you know, Jessie. Spoiler, rest in peace, Jessie. I wanted to hold it back, but rest in peace, Jessie. I really liked her as well. I thought it would have been fun to play with her some more throughout. The overall rating that I give Final Fantasy VII is a 9.5 out of 10. I was gonna give it a 9 out of 10, but I really thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I absolutely love this game. I seriously do. I have been playing, I wouldn't say non-stop because obviously working last week. I am doing like remote working here and there, but working, yeah, you know, work and school comes before video games. And also because I know that this game is such a short game, honestly, I didn't want to beat it as quickly. So I think between today and tomorrow, today's Saturday and Sunday, or it might be sometime during this week that I may beat the game. I'm on the very last chapter. I'm at the point where we escape Shinra, and let me just say, that was one of the most dramatic escapes in a video game that I've seen, I think, ever. Like, just the whole escape cutscene. It was beautiful, stunning, but just so dramatic, just so over the top. And just the stuff that Cloud was doing on that bike was like, wow, you know, that must be the Mako in you, you know. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10 is what I give Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yeah, if you guys like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, like, share, tell me your thoughts on the game. Tell me, I really do want to know, what do you guys think about like the multiple episodes or the latter games, like them releasing it in part 1, part 2, part 3, stuff like that? Let me know your thoughts, because I would really like to know. I don't think I've ever seen a game be released in sections like this. I think this is new, at least for me it is. But yeah, so please like, share, and subscribe if you want to, or at least come back when I make my other videos. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Let me know what videos you guys want to see in the future, please. I really like that, because obviously I want to build a community of people who watch my videos, and if you guys don't like the content that I put out, then nobody's gonna watch my videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. It may be coming soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.